Hi, it's Christian here and welcome to another flight time tutorial. Today I'm gonna tie yet another winter fly. This one, a pink, really pink one with UV action going on and stuff for you guys. It's Arctic cold outside and the polar bears are just outside my window, so might as well tie some flies. So here comes another winter fly. And for this one you're gonna need some white, I'm going to use white GSP from Veevus and some a hook. This one is the streamer NS110 in size 6 from Ahrex. I'm going to use some more of this stuff I used in a recent tutorial as well. The UV Fuzz Body, it's called, from Veevus also. Some pink rabbit and some really hot pink Arctic semi-seal from Fishmadman. Pearl mylar tubing and some hot pink rooster kit. This is also from Naukeli, and to secure it all I'm gonna use some Raidzap resin. That's all you need for this pink winter fly. Here we go. This was the one we're tying. Pink ass fly. It's not the name for it. really pink winter fly. And yeah, the hook was the Ahrex NS110 in size 6. I put some strong Veevus thread here. I'm gonna start by making a small tail with some of my dubbing. I'm gonna use this time is a hot pink, really hot pink Arctic semi-seal from Fishmadman. I'm gonna grab a bunch, little tiny bunch here. So I'm gonna tie in here to form a nice little tail. I'm gonna tie in the rest as well. To add a little pink on my shank here, which I'm gonna use which is useful for what's gonna be the next part. That's the mylar tubing. But first I'm gonna cut it a little bit smaller. Before I'm gonna put the mylar tubing on, I'm gonna add some more dropping here underneath, so to fill out the mylar tube. So I'm just gonna go with a layer of dropping here. Something like that. Now I've created an even layer of the hot pink dubbing, and then I'm gonna grab some of this pearl mylar tubing. I'm just gonna flush the end here, like this. Get that on. It's very shiny, this stuff. I'm gonna tie that in and secure it. Like that. And then, as you might have noticed, I left quite a lot of room up here behind the eye. That's because I'm gonna tie in a lot of stuff up here, so I'm gonna pull in my mylar tubing and try to so it lies straight on the, or there's some tension on the mylar tubing before I tie it in. And then I'm gonna cut away this stuff. The excess material, I could just fold it backwards as well, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna use a pink hackle instead. Just gonna get rid of all this, all these ends here. Take your time. Now this is secure. I'm gonna take a, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna need a medium-sized black bead eye as well, which I'm gonna tie in now, up here. Because I'm gonna use some Raidzap UV resin in a sec, and then I'm just gonna use it on both the eyes and the mylar tubing. I'm going to do a bit of 8 here. 8 turns, whatever you can call it, with your thread. So the eyes don't go anywhere. Something like that. And then I'm gonna grab some UV resin. And yeah, this one is Raidzap. This one Raidzap, but in a super thin one. And this is really super thin. It's like water, so it really goes through the material very easily. But that's also gonna strengthen this mylar tube, and I'm gonna use this to secure the eyes as well. So first of all, the tubing here. You can see how how thin this is. This is gonna soak through the mylar and also into the hot pink underneath, giving this tubing a nice color in my opinion. Also making the body a lot more durable. I'm gonna give a drop to the eye here as well. So now this is drenched in super thin Raidzap UV resin. I'm gonna zap it now. With that done, I'm gonna take some of these pink or hot pink rooster cape I got from Naukeli, and I found a little feather I prepared in advance. I took the tip off. I'm gonna tie in at this point. Really don't want a lot of this, just a little pink hackle here after my mylar tubing. So I'm gonna tie this in like that. And then take a few turns or wraps with this. See, that was one wrap. Two. gonna take more than that, to be honest. Clean this up and secure. See, I don't want it too long. I took some. That's why I used the. See, I used the end of the feather here because I don't want the fibers to be nowhere no longer than they are here. That's for sure. My opinion. It's up to you, I guess. Then I'm gonna make a little dubbing loop. Something like that. And get my bobbin up at the eye and use my small thingy. What's it called? Bobbin twister thingy. I'm gonna wax that loop a little bit, and then I'm gonna use these ones. I've shown these before. Such a nice tool, which I prepared in advance, so it looks like this. What I did is that I took some of this pink rabbit in a thin layer on my here, and then on top of that another very thin layer of the hot pink. So 2 layers of dubbing, hot pink and pink rabbit. And then I got the material into the clamp using this stuff, this fuzz body, UV fuzz body, and I use this into the clamp. And the idea is I wanted to get some of these, as you can see, some of these fluorescent or UV material into this, which I can see I succeeded with. I'm gonna put this in my loop and spin that up and use this to cover the eyes. And I'm gonna do that now. So wish me luck. Here we go. Yes. And I got rabbit fibers all over the place here, which I'm gonna comb out with my brush here. I use the rabbit fibers because the rabbit is just nice when it gets wet. This has a nice effect, and also wanted the hot pink, which has the UV in it, the Arctic Simicil, and the fuzz body. That was just for fun. And really get the materials out as much as possible, and then we're almost done. So with my little loop here filled with good stuff, I'm gonna just go a few wraps here behind the eyes. Try to pull back a little bit in the materials. And at one point I'm gonna go in between the eyes. And see how that looks. Not happy about that. Let's go another. Try a few Maybe that was the way to go. I think I'm gonna go and secure here. Looks a bit messy right now, I know, but we're gonna sort that. I'm gonna finish here, or secure. Then I'm gonna comb the whole thing. Give it a good brush. Get rid of all the loose fibers here. There are quite a few. And use my scissors to get away the ones that are going in weird directions. And freeing the eye as well. But there you have a nice little winter fly, or yet another winter fly from my eyes. I'm guessing this one is very doable. With UV effect and everything, this one should definitely work for the sea trouts. If you're not gonna get eaten by a polar bear before that happens. Well, that was it for me. I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial. Well, subscribe and like, and of course give it a try. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.